Hello, my dear students. I hope you all are doing quite well. Welcome to my second video. My dear students, in our previous video, okay, that was just an introductory part of direct and indirect object, okay. Now, in this video, we shall be doing actually transitive and intransitive verb. So, here we go. Okay, my dear students, by the end of the lesson, you will be able to learn about subject and predicate, about direct and indirect object we dealt in our previous video. To be able to recognize whether a verb is used transitively or intransitively in a sentence. This is the most important part. And to identify the direct object of the transitive verb in a sentence. So just a quick recap, direct and indirect objects, you all know that there is a sentence. Okay, sentence is a group of words. And then we divide sentence into two parts, subject and predicate. Subject is noun or pronoun. Predicate further divided into two parts. Verb, that you all know, it's action word. Object. Object, what is object? Generally, object is placed at the end of the sentence. And then what is object? Object basically is what? Where verb performs certain actions. Okay. Object could be noun or it could be pronoun. Basically, it is governed by a verb. Now, what is an object in a sentence? Okay. An object is a noun or pronoun on which a verb performs an action. It falls at the end of a sentence and is governed by a verb. Just now we dealt. Now, just a quick recap of direct objects and indirect objects. In order to find the direct object, there are two questions you must ask. Does the sentence have an action verb? First thing is that we have already cleared this in our first video. The sentence must have an action verb in order to have a direct object. Who or what receives the action of this answer will give you the direct object. Indirect object, let's practice. The waiter gave her the bill. First ask, what is the action verb here? Action verb is what? Gave. Second ask, what is the direct object here? So now what did the waiter give? Okay, what did the waiter give? The bill. So the answer of the question is what? And the answer of the question is what is? The bill. So the bill is what? It's an action verb. So the bill is what? It's an indirect object is the recipient. So the bill is direct object. Okay. So here, basically indirect object is what? It's the recipient of the direct object. Okay. Recipient means the receiver of the recipient object. So here the recipient is here. The bill is direct and gave. It's already here. Just check. Gave her. So who gave what? The waiter gave the bill to whom? To her. So here her is what? Indirect object. And can you notice one thing? That her is followed by a main verb. Yes, my dear kids, indirect object is always followed by a main verb. Okay. At the third session of this video, I'll give you one, very short trick to identify whether the sentence, in a sentence, whether the verb is transitive or intransitive. Just have patience till then. Now, so here we come with transitive and intransitive verb. Well. Okay, now just see. Now see, you can hear, here there is a boy, Raman, okay, who is sitting with his grandpa. Fine. So grandpa asked one question. Fine. Just mind my words. Grandpa asked one question. Raman, do you read? Do you read? Basically, this question confused Raman. What does he mean? Well, he is asking me, do you read? What does he mean? Means what does he want to say? He wants to say, do you read newspaper? Do you read books? Do you read comic? So what? Then he said, do you read books? Oh my God. So basically that sentence sounded incomplete to Raman. And then grandpa also realized and he asked, Raman, do you read books? So my dear children, here, if you talk about the sentence, do you read books? If we eliminate book from here, do you read? It's an incomplete sentence and it sounded incomplete. Okay. So first thumb rule is what? We need to identify action. Okay. So here action word is what? That is read. Fine. Now, what Raman read? Okay. Raman reads book. So here the answer of the question, what is books? So here books is transitive verb. Okay. Books is transitive verb because it tells the answer of the question what. Just mind it. Wherever in a sentence you receive the answer of the question what, that particular object, that is direct object, and it is the answer of that verb, that is the verb is transitive verb. Okay. Now the next sentence again, they played football. First step, we need to identify verb. So verb is played here. Now, what did they play? Football. Oh my God, football. So the answer of this question is football. So football is direct object, and if it is direct object, it means that here played is what? Transitive verb. Just recall the definition of direct object, that the verb, just forget about the direct object, direct or indirect object is governed by a verb. So wherever you have object, direct object, it means that in that particular sentence, the verb is always transitive verb. Oh my God, I know many of you love spice, but here also we can see that he loves spice. I know that in this lockdown you love chocolates, pizzas, burgers, and you may be missing that. But kids, just wait for a couple of days, you will definitely have. And here in this lockdown also, your mom is the best cook, isn't it? So now let's come to the statement. He loves spice. So now see, he loves pies. Oh my God, what does he love? He loves pies. So pies is the answer of the question, what? So pies is what? So pies is your direct object. And here in this sentence, the verb is loves. So the loves is your transitive verb. OMG, just see the apes. You know, if you recall the movie, okay, the apes, I know that many of you have watched that, and it was quite interesting movie, isn't it? The apes played hide and seek in the woods. My God, they are playing hide and seek in the woods. Oof. Now, here the verb is played. Okay. Now, let's answer questions first. Okay. What the apes play? Hide and seek. Where? In the woods. So my dear kids, if you talk about this sentence, okay, so here you can say we cannot give the answer of the where. Okay? We are getting the answer of the question where, that is in the woods. So generally we do not get the answer of the question where in a sentence. We always get the answer of the question what and whom. Okay. So ask whom, what to the verb. If you get an answer, the verb is transitive. A verb that does not make sense on its own in a sentence and it requires an object. Just now, if you recall the first sentence, do you read? Do you read what? It is called a transitive verb. See, because sometimes it happens that in a sentence, you will not get any object. So what would be in that case? We will get to know that. Okay, just have patience. Okay, so just let's check again this definition with that example. The apes played hide and seek in the woods. What did the apes play? Hide and seek. So the hide and seek is what? Hide and seek is object, okay, and you are getting the answer of the question what? So the played here is what? Transitive verb. It's pretty clear to you all, I hope. Now, again here, the apes played in the woods. OMG. Here, if you check, we are getting the answer of the question where. Where did the apes play? The apes played in the woods. Are we getting the answer of what? No, no, no. Are we getting the answer of whom? To whom did the apes play? No. So it means that we do not have the answer of the question what and whom. Okay. So here played is what? Intransitive verb. There is no object in this sentence. And where there is no object in the sentence, the verb in the sentence would be intransitive verb. Because here we are getting the answer of the question where. Where did the apes play? In the woods. We are not getting the answer of the question what and whom. So, intransitive verb is a verb that does not take an object to complete its meaning. Okay? Now, a verb that indicates complete action by itself in a sentence and does not require any object. But in case of transitive verb, it requires an object to complete its sense, to complete the meaning of the sentence. So that's why in that case it is called transitive, and here it is called intransitive verb. And adverbs and prepositions usually follow intransitive verbs. How? Let's check it out. My sister cries loudly. Oh my God. What is the subject here? Sister. Again, if we talk about verb here, action verb, cries. Now, after that, my sister cries. This is a complete sentence. It doesn't require any object. But here we can see loudly as an adverb. So, if we do not have any object, and how are we going to check it out? Are we going to get the answer of the question? Why? It's there, okay? How? She is crying loudly. What? For what she is crying? It's not given. For whom she is crying? It's also not given. So cries is intransitive verb. Now, see, my dear students, a verb can both be transitive and intransitive according to its use. See, in the sentence, eaten is I have eaten my chocolate. Okay. In the first sentence, I have eaten, fine, and then again it's there, I have eaten my chocolate. So I have eaten here, if you see, there is no question, there is no answer of the question what you have eaten. Okay, it's a complete sense. It means that here eaten is what? Intransitive verb. Yes. Second sentence, I have eaten my chocolate. What have you eaten? My chocolate. So the chocolate is what? It's object. Okay, and eaten is transitive verb, wherein we know that it's always, the object is always governed by a verb. Catherine ate. Oh my God, just look at this small girl, cutie pie. Okay, Catherine ate. This sentence, it's completely okay. It doesn't require any object. So here, ate is what? Ate is intransitive verb. Rebecca ate her breakfast. What did Rebecca eat? What did Rebecca eat? Her breakfast. So here, ate is what? Again, you can see it's a transitive verb, but in the previous sentence, the same ate is what? Intransitive verb. So you cannot say that certain verbs are transitive and certain verbs are intransitive, okay? So it totally depends on the use of the sentence where you are using today. You know, it refers to the context. It totally depends on the context of the sentence. If it has object, it is transitive verb. If it does not have any object, it is intransitive verb. We walked for hours. Again, no answer of the question, what and whom. So here walked is what? Walked is intransitive verb. Now what we do if we have two objects in the sentence? Oh my God, my dear kids, if you recall my first video, in my first video, I have already dealt with the two types of object, that is direct object and indirect object. Okay. So in a sentence, what will be the formation of a sentence? Subject, main verb, indirect object, and direct object. If you recall the definition of a direct object, it always placed at the end of the sentence. Okay, just check it out here. His father gave him a watch. Wow, presented a watch. Good. So now what did his father give? A watch. Yes, this is the answer of the question. What? To whom? To him. So here a watch is what? It's direct object, and him is what? It's indirect object, and it is also followed by a verb, that is gave. Okay. Now he told me a secret. Again the same. Told is what? Verb, and me is indirect object, and secret is direct object. Okay. What did he tell? He told a secret. To whom? Me. So this will be the sequence on the sentence of subject, verb, indirect object, and direct object. Okay. Now, my dear student, thumb rule. As I have promised to you all. You all know active and passive voice. Pretty clear, isn't it? You all know. Now, my dear student, the thumb rule. You just remember any sentence. If you are able to change it into active voice, in that sentence, you will find the verb transitive. And in a sentence, if you won't be able to change it into in active voice, it means that particular sentence you will have what? Intransitive verb. So just remember this thumb rule, because to change it into passive voice, you need object. And if you do not have object, that sentence cannot be changed into passive voice. Okay. So now with this, I'll give you one exercise also. Okay. You just do that exercise just to check your understanding. Okay. So thank you everyone for listening this, for watching this. I would suggest you that please apply headphones. Okay. Please use headphones for better sound clarity. Okay. Till then, tata, bye bye, stay blessed and stay safe.